right, welcome back to today's broadcast. We have the Pro League playoffs. We are going through the winner bracket today, and then later next week we'll see the loser bracket up to the finals, and we will play the finals next week. And this is for the title of WTP Pro Splatoon Top Team, as well as the prize pool, which is growing and growing over the season for all of our three leagues, the Amateur, Academy, and the Pro playoffs here today that you're watching. So we are glad that you are here today. If you don't know much about us, we have mini Splatoon leagues, and we got more stuff coming up. This is just season 3. We are still learning, still growing, but Academy playoffs happened yesterday. They will have finals next week, and our mid-level teams, the amateur teams, 2 weeks of regular season more, and then we will get 2 playoffs the following week after that. So thank you guys for joining and supporting us here today. Here is the bracket so far. It is not updated, so let me make sure to actually refresh. Here we go. Please show up there. Yes? No? All right. There we go.
There we go. It's all good now, yeah.
All right. So IPS, as we get Stargaze here in the lobby, is going to take a moment or so. Why don't you just kind of recap here today what we've seen so far?
So Stargaze is here right now because, of course, Micklin had to be DQ'd since they are currently playing another tournament. They had some internet issues as well. You know, it's just not good for them right now. So basically, you know, they did kind of win off the DQ, but they still did get a game on Micklin, and it was pretty convincingly as well. So we're going to see. So it's definitely, they haven't played badly at all. They've been playing well, but I can say all this, I can say all that for Stargaze, but then you look at their opponent, and it's double LR. So I don't have too much hope for them. I'm going to be honest. Right now, I believe, it is Gator, Nylon, Domo, and Madness. So, right now the odds are definitely stacked against Stargaze.
Yeah, and we've seen this matchup before. To be fair, I think it was a little bit closer. Stargaze didn't win any of the matches. It was closer than what most people thought it would be. And it was kind of the controversial time, if you guys missed it a couple weeks ago, of Whole Lotta Rage.
Whole Lotta Rage was not taking the set completely seriously, to be fair.
Well, I mean, it was a question of, is it serious? Is it troll picks? Is it trying out new comps? I mean, we saw, what was it, like a double roller, double junior, something weird?
Double carbon, double junior, I believe.
Yeah.
So it was controversial of how close that series was, but, this was 3 weeks ago. Stargaze has been playing, has been, improving. I know they're still a team that is trying to grow, trying to improve. We had a great interview with Yeet last time, and Yeet today, honestly, against their set against Micklin, even though they lost 2 matches, I thought Yeet, when the camera was on him, was playing pretty dang well.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
He was playing really good. He was definitely playing good.
Yeah,
He was definitely playing good, yeah.
So there probably isn't a ton of hope if we're being real. I don't think many people are going to probably put channel points down on Stargaze. But you never know. A Whole Lotta Rage. They seem like a really dominant, really great team. But, who knows if they troll a little bit too much, if maybe they don't take Stargaze seriously and don't take the tournament seriously. You never know what can happen, right? Oh.
Yeah, of course. We might be seeing the craziest upset happen right here, right now, but who knows? I'm still just kind of, not hopeful at all.
So we'll either see what we're all predicting, or we'll see one of the greatest upsets of all time. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, not the greatest upset of all time. There has been so many upsets that have happened, but definitely one of the more crazier ones for sure.
Yeah. Well, Zach, as media man and prediction runner, are you seeing any votes come in for Stargaze here?
Have we even put up? Wait, do I even have it up? Oh my gosh, guys!
You did
have it up.
Guys, I did it all by myself. Are you proud of me?
I'm so proud.
Thank you.
It's over 11,000 to 538.
Okay. Yeah.
The top, but yeah, the top bet is 417 for Stargaze, where it's about 6,000 for a Whole Lotta Rage. So Stargaze obviously taking this home, and then Awogang gonna take it after that.
All right, fair enough.
Please mute yourself, my friend.
Okay, well, we got 30 seconds to the first matchup, so Lumi, real quick, put your mind as if you were Stargaze. What mindset do you go into a game like this, taking on a Titan like Whole Lotta Rage?
I'd say try to focus on what you can do to disassemble their comp. I mean, and with these really strong players, you have to try and pick it apart and then go from there. I think they should really try to focus on who can we take out first, and then how can we accelerate that into something even bigger. So they need to rally around that idea and just try to go with it. I mean, this is going to be one of their hardest matchups.
Yeah, well, we are ready for game number 1, so throw in the chat who you are rooting for. We got Whole Lotta Rage taking on Stargaze. Winner of this best of 5 moves straight on to the semifinals. Let's get into it.
All right, so now we are going on to certain shipyard splat zones from both sides. We see the same comp coming out from Stargaze. Now on the side of WLR, it does seem like they are going with the usual WLR comp. We see Nylon on that machine. We see Manus on the Nautilus. Zap coming out from Domo. Gator going with the Swiffer, a weapon that he definitely has played often before. And already WLR getting the immediate wipe onto Stargaze. Already taking control of pretty much the whole of their court. And just already so much control for WLR, Lumi.
I mean, right now their comp feat's a little more aggressive. They're running 2 armors, they have that jet, and they don't really have a backline. The most great they have is that Nautilus, which it can serve to provide stability, but also get the kills. And you see, it's really helping them to get the picks they need.
Yeah, for sure.
You try and find some picks there on the machine, but just can't seem to find anything.
The machine gonna get a trade there against Zab. Manus here dropping it to 3. Does get help from his teammate to get 1. Manus is gonna get 2, I believe, there. And really good double coming out from him. This is gonna pretty much just elongate even more the lockout as another one goes down for Stargaze. And honestly, right now, Lumi, if, Stargaze can't find a way out of this, it's gonna be game already as we're ticking down below 10 soon.
I mean, yeah, JV would have to do something crazy here, but there's not enough time.
And that's going to be game already. WLR taking up the set 1-0 against Stargaze. Just outright dominance out there. Like we saw Manus at one point. Looked like he was going to go down, but just getting 2 picks with help of his teammates. And, we look at that comp and you might think it's a bit more supportive, but just Domo and Gator are just really, really aggressive on those armor weapons there. See 8 picks coming out from the Swift. Just
Ouch.
WLR right now playing really dominant.
Yeah, I think this time they're not messing around. It seemed like right off the bat, I mean, it was a moment that Stargaze was alive, and then it was all of a sudden they were wiped completely off the map, and not one single chance to get back in there, except for JB slipping into the zone at the last second. But as you said, Lumi, it was far too late.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they couldn't really find a time to even go in the whole time. It just felt like Stargaze is respawning.
Yeah, pretty much. Just WLR pretty much just showed us like prime top level lockout gameplay. Just staying on that core, having, for example, I think it was believed either the machine Nylon or Domo there on that top left, just pushing up on that charger who thought they could get a peek in. At one point, like I said, we just saw Manus get rushed by 2, but of course, just he calls that out, or maybe uses his signaling button since Manus actually never talks. But then his teammate just comes in, sees that, goes, all right, I gotta help Manus out here, and he helps him, and they just get 2 picks just like that. Like that right there is top, just top level play. Calling out always where everyone is, just knowing when you need to help your teammates, calling out when you need help. Coming in quickly and efficiently, getting those picks, getting the zone, just painting, just pretty much everything done perfectly there by WLR.
Yeah, and it is a dominant team, number 1 seed, so it's not surprising to see them up against a lower seed here in the pro teams. Really just dominate. For those who don't know this team, I mean, all their names are goofed up here, but Nathaniel 2 is Nylon. Nathaniel without the 2 is Gator, and PYT is Domo. So if you've seen some Splatoon action before, you probably recognize their actual names, their recognizable names there. So we are ready for game number 2, Whole Lotta Rage. Dominant in that first game. Let's see if they can keep it up, or Stargaze will somehow pull off an upset game here and take us to a 1-1 set so far.
Well, we're coming up now to, I believe it is. I actually forgot the map. See when it loads up here. All right, yeah, Clan Blitz Reef. We're gonna see now the two comps coming out from both teams. You know, maybe WLR was still taking it serious, and they are still taking this seriously. We see now from actually the side of WLR, we have still Nathaniel 2, aka Nylon, on that machine. Domo still on the Zapdos, Gator still on the Swiffer. You know, we see Madness switching on over to that 10 to help get them get pushed. It already goes down. Meanwhile, on the side of Stargaze, we have Lucas coming out from Yi and pretty much their usual comp, except for Veston that Explosion as well, but already just picks coming out for WLR, and it just seems like already so much control. It's, you know, Nylon, this machine is just getting picks here, has Splashdown at the ready. Right now, they're trying to build clams. They have, when they pop armor, they clam in, Splashdown coming out from Nylon. Right now, not much picks coming out for WLR, but even then, it seems like just pretty much locking out Stargaze. As I say that though, Lumi, just Stargaze is able to defend that as the push pretty much ends at 74.
I mean, for sure, you see they're having trouble getting like control again, but they are doing a good job of shutting it down. Just if it's gonna stay this way, Stargaze won't get their chance. But you see, as I say that, 2 down inside a whole lot of rage, this is their chance.
That is 3 down now.
They only have 10 tips ready right now, though.
And right now, Power Clam down by Yi. He's going to score this as, unfortunately, Expo does go down on the side of Stargaze. Madness with that flank kill on him. Lead does shift now to Stargaze as Madness going to try to do the 1-1 against JB here. Looking for that pick. Maybe with help with Nylon and Domo here. They are able to get 1. They're going to get 2. And that's a wipe, pretty much a delayed wipe now on Stargaze, as not even a big lead from them. And, you know, WR is going to push right back in with this. Nathaniel, a.k.a. Gator, going to get that in. Now lead shifting right back to WLR. These games are really, really quick, as we said, Lumi. And now another Palka coming in. Nylon with that splashdown. It might be another pretty much 3-down situation. As I said that, though, pick coming from Squib on Domo there. Now stuck. 1 pick from Nylon. That is 2 from Nylon. He is just putting in the work enough for WLR, just getting these really important picks for
I mean,
them.
1 after 1, the clam's just getting thrown in. Just 1 more than end it, and there's the end.
WLR just, you know, at one point it seemed like Stargaze had somewhat of a chance, but immediately just picks just happen. And after those picks happen, WLR gets control. You know, Nylon got in the car, and after that, it just got picks after pick after pick.
You saw the resistance was all right, but it just fell apart 1 by 1. They all went down, and it just made way for a whole lot of rage to take that KO.
Yeah, it seemed like Stargaze had a decent start to the game, even though a whole lot of rage scored first. They kept them to 74 and then got their own push, got their own lead. So, hey, props to Stargaze for showing up and giving us something to talk about in that second game. It was a lot closer, at least, than that first game. But, man, a whole lot of rage. Just seems like they're so dominant, they're so controlling, and they're so dang quick. I mean, if I'm trying to picture myself playing this game, and how do you fight against the speed and the coordination of Whole Lot of Rage, guys? How is that even possible?
I mean, there is a way to do it, you know, like teams have beaten Whole Lot of Rage. You're not some unstoppable team. Like, you know, there are teams that can beat Whole Lot of Rage, you know. Well, to be fair, few teams, you know, there's not a lot of them, but even then there is a way to play against them. But, you know, even right now, looking at how Stargaze plays, you know, I really don't know an answer to give to Stargaze on how they can beat WLR right now, because it just seems like even when WLR goes down, as they went down 3 down at one point, you know, Stargaze got pushed to get the lead. Even then, just WLR was like, all right, whatever. Just pushed right back in immediately. And, you know, Nylon, even on his own against 2 people, just gets those picks, you know. And, you know, then while he's just there getting picks, and, you know, Stargaze is trying to focus him, you just have people from front putting in clams. And, you know, it just really, really seems like Stargaze is heavily outmatched here, as it looks right now.
Well, they're going to get one more shot here to push us to further games in this best of 5. If you're here to root on Stargaze, start doing it right now in the chat, because they need a lot of help, down 2-0 to Whole Lot of Rage so far. It hasn't looked great. They still have a chance to pull off a miracle. Can they do it? Let's jump into game number 3, Mako Mart Tower Control.
All right, now coming out from Stargaze, we see that Rapid once again. So actually, Vesta going for the junior now. So this is a no back comp coming out from Stargaze. See on those V-Glugas for the Inkjet. Meanwhile, on the side of WLR, we see pretty much the same comp, except Manus on that Clash Blaster, the infamous Clash Blaster, if I do say so. And right now, you're trying to push on to Gex. One is going to try play it right here, maybe to get another one. Is going to help his teammate to get that zap there. And right now, it seems like this is still a push WLR, as we even see here. Even though he got those picks, WLR is still keeping that control. They're still putting up that pressure. It is just like even when
it felt like Stargaze had an advantage there, but it's not working out for them. A whole lot of rage is starting to snowball soon.
Yeah, it just seems like whenever even there is a couple down on the side WLR, it just seems like, all right, we're 2 down. This is a 2v4, yeah, but like, what if we just said we're better and just kept pushing in? And, that's just what's happening here. Nylon pretty much just facing their spawn. Gets a pick on the junior there. Gonna find another pick here. Actually, no, he's gonna get that splashdown cancel. Gonna go for the tower now. Maybe to stop it, but Domo, though, gonna try to stop that, but Yeet still gonna get that pick there. Yeet right now pretty much saving the game for WLR. Getting a quad.
Good double on Yeet.
Stargaze.
Man, triple with his dead.
That is a 5-man for Yeet there on WLR. That is a clip going to Twitter. And right now, Lumi, Stargaze now giving themselves a chance to push back in as he gets another pick.
You see, there's 5 for Yeet. That's really helping Nick just keep counting up.
Yeet, I think he got like a 8 to 9 man in the span of 30 seconds. But unfortunately, Nolan's going to pick him off there at the end, pretty much stopping most of that momentum here, now putting major pressure on that tower. He himself now is going to get a pick on Swib and going to get, I believe, another pick on that junior. And now, once again, control is back to WLR.
You see a whole lot of rage, even despite Yeet's amazing kills there, it's not going to be enough to carry at this level. You can't have one person get all the kills. A whole lot of rage is just coming back to the pushing up, getting that tower further and further. See the Madness pushing up with that Clash, getting those good picks there.
Yeah, just right now, even though we look at the Ks up for Stargaze, literally Yeet has pretty much more than his whole team combined, and it just seems like the rest of them are struggling to get much done. And we might be seeing a KO come here as Madness on his Clash. They're going to pop this right in front there. Nylan keeping on the control on the right. Gator's going to ride this tower to victory, and that is another 3-0 sweep. WLR beating Stargaze, now advances to the semifinals against Jackpot. Yo, Luke,
right, yeah.
What did you think of that? What did you think of that 8 to 9 man coming out from Yeet?
Yeah, I mean, that was some play right there. I mean, a whole lot of rage, of course. GG's to them. They get the 3-0 sweep. But Stargaze putting up a fight, and man, oh man, if Yeet did not just make a name for themselves in front of 60 viewers, that was incredible. I think, as you said, yeah, it may have been 2 wipes in a row. I mean, it was like 8 kills back to back to back, and that was just an insane play. Zach, please tell me that one is going up on Twitter.com.
Oh, they're all already up, baby. I got it.
That was crazy, but of course, besides that, it's still a whole lot of rage. 3-0. So GG's to Stargaze. They will be in the losers bracket next week. They will have a chance still to progress in the tournament, but a whole lot of rage now in the semifinals against Jackpot. Lumi, what were your thoughts watching whole lot of rage there over those 3 games?
I mean, their momentum, it just seemed to never end. Even when Stargaze had them 3 down or even wipe, it just felt like within seconds, Whole Lotta Rage was back in control, dominating over them. It was really fascinating to watch, to see how even after suffering losses at the end of a push, they can just come back and continue just the rage. I mean, that's why they got their name.
Yeah. Well, congrats again to Yeet in that clip. Go hit it up as WTP Esports. Just put it in the chat. But right now, we already have Jackpot pretty much in the lobby waiting on one player. So let's just take a look for a moment. Let's update the bracket for you guys, just in case you have come in here late, so that Now you can see what's really going on. So IPS, as we get ready for the semifinal, take us away where the bracket is right now.
So, of course, you see, like we said earlier, Stargaze getting that DQ win against Micklin Heroes. Then, of course, going against Whole Lotta Rage. And unfortunately, even though Yeet got an amazing Twitter clip, still going down 3-0 as the Whole Lotta Rage advances to semifinals. Meanwhile, on the other side of the bracket, Jackpot taking down Squinty Good 3-0. And as well, moving on to the semifinals in the set we're going to see now, Whole Lotta Rage versus Jackpot. And then, of course, next week, we will be seeing Squinty Good versus Micklin. The winner of that will be playing Stargaze. And the winner of that will be playing whichever team loses here today. So we're going to see a pretty hype BO7 here. You know, Whole Lotta Rage looking really, really, really strong. Jackpot also looking really, really strong. Both of them winning their semis matches with a sweep. So this is going to be a pretty tense set here.